Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. First of all, I just want to thank you all for the support and for the likes, reposts and shares. I've been seeing all of them, and all I have to say is thank you very much, and God bless you for all you've been doing. God bless you real good. Without wasting much of your time today, I just want to break down how I made $1,000 on gold, the last trade that I took, and the trade was on Thursday. We actually take profits on Monday. It was a swing trade. So now, I'm going to break it down, and I'm also going to talk about what I'm expecting to see on gold next, right? So without wasting time, let's go straight to the breakdown. I'm not going to waste much of the time in this video. It's just going to be less than 10 minutes, right? Because I'm not going to say much here. So without wasting time, as you all know, let's go to the daily time frame, because that was where I actually framed this entry from a daily time frame, fair value gap, right? Daily time frame. So from my daily time frame, this is actually the fair value gap that I framed this entry from. This fair value gap right here is a daily fair value gap. So from the daily fair value gap, if you've been following my videos, you would always see that I go to a smaller time frame, which is the 1 hour time frame, and that is where I figure out the price action I need to see to enter longs on gold. So this was actually the last profit we made on gold, right? So after that profit, and we secured the profit, gold had to do a liquidity run, what we call a liquidity run, and that was how we protected this trade from hitting a stop loss. If you guys remember from the last video I posted, this particular trade, how I managed it, how I took profit, and then how I actually protected the trade from being a loss. Because from when I actually took my profit, I had to set break even on this particular trade, if you guys remember, and that was how this particular trade was protected from being a loss after we hit break even on this first entry, right? So let's go straight to this particular entry, to the last trade I took, the breakdown, right? So this was actually that trade that I took. If you go to Instagram, you would see the forecasts. I normally post my forecasts, the forecast of the trade, and then the result of the trade. Like, I forecast the trade, tell you where I'm expecting price to go, and then when the result comes out, and then I still show you this is the result, right? So without wasting much time, you all know that this is the daily time frame I was talking about, daily time frame fair value gap I was talking about. Let me just go back to the daily time frame just to show you how price grabbed liquidity here, taking out the first entry low that we took profit from, then taking it out and then coming to show a price action again that made us buy gold again, even after invalidating the last leg that caused a break of structure, which was actually this leg that we used to enter this trade. All right, it caused this break of structure, then it was invalidated as a liquidity grab, and then we saw another price action that helped us continue moving the trade to the upside. Let me go down to the daily time frame again to show you what happened there. Right, in the daily time frame, what can we see here? So this fair value gap, right, was where we framed our first entry from, the one we closed for a 1:2 if you've been following my videos, right? So what happened there? After price visited here and gave us that profit, this particular entry, the 1:2 entry profit, right? The last entry, the last profit before this particular one I'm about breaking down now. After price visited this fair value gap and gave us that profit, what did price do again? Price returned and then had to fill the fair value gap entirely. Let me delete this for you to see what I'm saying. Right? So price decided to pull back into what we call an order block. Another block is the last candle before an impulsive move. That is what I call an order block. The last candle before an impulsive move. So this candle here before this impulsive move, this particular candle that I marked out now is an order block, right? This particular place that I marked out now is a daily order block. So if you see what price did there, price after filling the fair value gap where we got the entry from, this particular fair value gap now, right? After filling it up, price, after filling up and giving us the first profit that we took, the 1:2 reward, price had to come back again to grab this particular low as liquidity. You know, some traders would be around this place, right? Let me mark it for you to see clearly. Traders would be around this low, expecting to continue buying gold, which is where the last fair value gap was, right? Inside here, let me put on my fair value gap indicator to make it easier for you guys to see. So here was the last fair value gap that we got the first entry from. The second entry from that made us $1,600, right? The last trade before this particular one about breaking down now, right? So what did price do after that? Price came back again to visit this fair value gap, to fill it up entirely, and then fill this other block, tag into this other block, right? This is an other block, right? Because this was the last candle before this whole impulsive move that caused a break of structure to this upside. Let me show you the break of structure. I'm still trying to make this video very short so that it won't be more than 10 minutes. I hope I get it done, right? So this was actually that break of structure, right? So this candle here is an order block, right? Because it was the last candle before this impulsive moves that took out this particular high as a break of structure, right? So what did price do? Price came back and then filled this fair value gap that we took the first profits from, and then had to tag into this order block, a daily order block, right? So after price tagged into it, I went down to 1 hour time frame to get this particular trade that I'm about breaking down now, right? So here is the 1 hour time frame. So here's the 1 hour time frame, and this is the order block I was talking about. After price visited this particular order block, which was that daily order block that I was talking about, right? So I was still looking out for a price action that I would see that would help me continue longing gold, because from the order flow, as you all know, is still bullish. So what I'm looking out for only is a bullish price action, right? So this was actually the low that was taken out, right, as a liquidity, right? So if you see, that low was below our stop loss after we secured these profits, right? So this low was still actually below the daily time frame fair value gap, right? So the other block here is what was used to grab liquidity, taking out the buyers that would have been somewhere around here trying to buy gold, right? So after this other block was tagged and I saw this price action, right, what did I do? I was expecting to see a fair value gap out, and I was also expecting to see the high that brought price into this particular other block taken out, right? So after that high was taken out, that was how I got an entry on this trade. So let me take you back to that place now, the 1 hour time frame. So 1 hour time frame, right? So after price tagged into this place, this was actually the high that brought price into this low. So after I saw my first confluence, which was a fair value gap out, I was waiting for this high to be taken out, right? So after it was taken out, that was how I got my entry, and that is actually how we made $1,000 on this trade. This trade lasted for I took this trade on a Thursday, right? On a Thursday, that Thursday was on the 25th of May, and then we took profits on Tuesday, which is the 3rd of June, as it's a swing trade, right? So this was just a 1:1 risk to reward profit trade, and we made $1,000 from it, and this is exactly how I made $1,000 from this particular trade. So without wasting much time, let me go straight to what I'm expecting to see on the next trade. Know that this video is more than 10 minutes already, but that is why I don't want to go down to the daily time frame. This is a daily time frame fair value gap. Let me just go down to it to make it more understandable, right? So this is a daily time frame. This right here is a daily time frame fair value gap, and it's actually another fair value gap that has formed that I'm looking out to see a price action that I would use to enter gold longs again, right? This was actually that profit that we've taken, right? The trade I just broke down now. And then this particular fair value gap has formed again. But the way price closed here is closed below that fair value gap. I'm still expecting to see a price action to know if we are going to continue longing gold to the upside again, right? So coming down to the 1 hour time frame from this daily time frame fair value gap now that we see here that I'm expecting to see longs from, let me show you what the price action that I'll be expecting to see again to know if we are going to continue longing gold or to see if it changes from bullish to bearish at the end of the day. So let's go down to the 1 hour for me to show you what I'm expecting to see on gold if the bias continues to be bullish. So what I'm expecting actually to see is this, what I just showed you here from the daily time frame fair value gap, right? So this is the price action that I'm expecting to see. Price visiting this fair value gap, daily time frame fair value gap as a resistance, coming down as acting like it's going to keep going down, and then breaking above that particular fair value gap, which formed as a resistance, and then leaving the fair value gap out of that daily fair value gap, right, from the 1 hour time frame, right? I'm telling you what I'm expecting on the next trade, right? Then leaving this fair value gap, right, and then breaking this particular high that brought price into this fair value gap, right? And that once I see that happen, that is when I will know that we are about taking gold again to the upside, right? I don't know what is happening to my drawings, but I'm sure I'll be fine. Let me show you clearly what I'm trying to do here. So this is actually the high I'm expecting to be broken. I'll be expecting this high to be taken out. Once this high is broken, then we'll know that we are about going to the upside again. So this is the price action I'm expecting to see on gold. Then we'll know that the bias is still bullish, and then we'll continue taking gold to the upside, right? Thank you very much for watching. God bless you. See you on my next YouTube video. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. God bless you once more. Thank you very much for watching. Peace out.